Hey, you look great today. I see you waxed your mustache. That's nice. What else have you been up to, you naughty little man? Anyway, so you know how I'm like an art channel and like that translates into me like having to do art? Well, I've been kind of busy with like commissions and stuff, and so I just needed something quick to keep my YouTube channel alive. And what a better way than to do a tier list of art supplies. Okay. So we're gonna go straight into this. We're gonna go from supplies to so like mediums to what you draw on, and then also other stuff. So first up is Prismacolors. Prismacolor Premier, specifically the colored pencils, because they make like pastels and everything. So there's that. And like this is the stuff I do most of my work in. You can here, I'll pull some pictures up. Like look at that. That's great. That's like that for me that's an easy S tier. For other people, I don't know. But me, that's the top of S tier, 100%. Alright. Next, brush pens. I use brush pens all the time for like more cartoony artwork, though I'll use them sometimes in my colored pencil drawings. So like my drawings, they're not all colored pencils. Sometimes I'll use whiteout, paint pens, micron pens. So brush pens, I love brush pens. They're great for filling in large amounts of color or like just getting colors that like pop. So these are A tier. 100% they're A tier. Next up is the regular pencil or like graphite pencils. This could translate either just like a regular number 2 pencil or into like professional drawing pencils with all the different shades, B's, H's, whatever. So that for me, that's like middle of S tier, top of A tier. So since there's no in between, A tier, 100%. Next, we have micron pens. For me, micron pens are an S tier because I use them in almost all of my drawings. So, like colored pencil drawings, micron pens. Pen drawings, micron pens. Sketches, micron pens. Just fine tip. It's S tier. Sharpies. I don't use Sharpies as often because, as I just said, I like the finer tips of like a micron pen. So that for me, it's an easy B tier. Next up, we have crayons. When was the last time as an artist you actually used crayons? Like, the only time I'm using crayons is if it's the only thing accessible to me, or like I'm coloring something. And usually, when I'm coloring something, I use like Crayola pencils, not crayons. And if I'm coloring something nice, I'll use my Prismacolors to get it like blended real good. So for me, it's B, bottom of B tier, top of C tier, but I'll C tier. It's C tier. Next up, we have oil paints. Oil paints. I'm not super great with oil paints, so I don't know. Like, I can use them. They're great for painting. You can paint on whatever with them, but like, it's sort of biased because I'm not super great at using them. And they make a mess. You need like freaking paint thinner to deal with these. So for me, this is B tier. Acrylic paint, A tier. Usually acrylic paints are water based and they wash off of slick surfaces. They'll still stain clothes. I ruined a very nice Cookie Monster shirt that way. But like acrylic paint, S tier. Frick. A tier. They're A tier. My gosh, I'm tired. I'm running on like 5 hours of sleep at Taco Bell. Next up, we have watercolors. Now, there are 2 types of watercolors. There's this and this. This first image, this thing, that is trash. This is freaking. Let me look at this. We're gonna add a row. Trash. Right there. Okay. That's trash. But like these are like quality watercolors right here. I am alright with watercolors. C tier. Next up, this is the second to last of the art supplies. We have oil pastels. Oil pastels, trash. No explanation. People are gonna get mad at me for this. Trash. Last but not least of the art supplies, well, not art supplies, the mediums, we have the ballpoint pen. Ballpoint pen is fun to use, but like it's not my first choice. So I would put the ballpoint pen in B tier because I can draw a lot with a ballpoint pen, and like I don't need a pencil to sketch a lot of things unless it's like pretty complicated. So like that's a B tier. Like look at some of these drawings I drew in church. Like I just pulled up pictures and I just sketched them. All right, next we have erasers. We have 3 of them. First is a kneaded eraser. I'm putting the kneaded eraser in B tier because really I don't need them. If you need a sharper point, get like a mechanical eraser. I don't have this for the tier list, but like a mechanical eraser, get one of those, or like sharpen your brick eraser. So it's a B tier. Next up, we have a brick eraser, or whatever you call this thing. It's a brick eraser, whatever. For me, it's an A tier. I use these quite a bit for my drawings, more for graphite drawings than anything. So like these are great. So A tier, A tier. Now these, I freaking love these. These are, mwah. Like you slap one of these bad boys on the end of your pencil, and these things last forever. They last forever. I just love them. And then like you don't usually just have like one. You usually have about 375 sitting in like a little Ziploc baggie or something in a random drawer in your house. But like these are great. Once you uncover that Ziploc baggie, you're set for life. S tier. Now we have stuff to draw on. First we have paper. S tier. No further explanation. Second, we have canvas. Now, I'm not very good at paints, as I made that point earlier. So, B tier. That's bias. This is my own opinion, and you must accept it as fact. So B tier. All right. Next, we have paperboard. If you don't know what paperboard is, it's basically what cereal boxes are made out of. So like the inside, you know how it's all brown? That's great for Prismacolors. So like you can just buy paperboard to draw on, but like I usually cut up paper, like cereal boxes, because where I live they don't sell paperboard. So this is A tier. A tier. Now we have building materials. Now, I've never made a video about this, like building with this stuff. I've built with cardboard, if you go and watch my LA video. So like cardboard for building, B tier, B tier. A tier, it's an A tier. A tier. Next we have EVA foam. Now, if you don't know what EVA foam, basically it's what they make movie props out of, and you can buy it in these big rolls and like sheets and stuff. You can buy them in like little papers too, and like that's what they make movie props and like armors out of. Like you like take a couple seconds and look up like EVA foam cosplay armor. It is sick. Or like the weapons they make. Like I've done a couple weapons. I'll try to find some photos. I did a really cool Captain America shield. So like this, for me, it's a B tier because like I'm not super great at it. Really, all I use for this is like scissors, a box cutter, and fire. All right, last but not least on the tier list, this is the entire thing. Hot glue. Hot glue, I love hot glue. Like, you break almost anything. Hot glue it back together. And like it's strong unless you're like ripping it apart or like it's a super smooth surface. It's strong. So like the EVA foam, the cardboard, it works all great on that. Works great for like gluing your sister's hamster to the ceiling. I've never done that, but it would work. So S tier. S tier. And now I'm gonna arrange these in the order that it should be. Bear with me now. For S tier, we have paper, Prismacolor Premier, Micron pens, these cool little pencil tipper erasers, whatever you call those, and hot glue. For A tier, we have brick eraser, brush pens, graphite pencils, paperboard, cardboard, and acrylic paint. B tier, we have Sharpies, kneaded erasers, ballpoint pens, canvas, EVA foam, and oil paint. For C, we have crayons and quality watercolors. We have nothing in D, surprisingly. And in trash, we have children's watercolors and oil pastels. Thank you for watching this video and listen to me rant about art supplies. So, if you want to see more of my videos, subscribe and definitely go check out my channel because that would help me out a lot. Thank you, and go click on this video. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Don't you think? Why are you still here? Go away. Go get a life. Go outside and touch some grass. Do something. You know who I'm talking to. You go outside. Quit sitting on your phone. Okay? Go.